Lucy was here, I think,
Hey,
last
everybody.
year, so it's changed a
I
little bit.
was. You guys have glowed up. This is nice.
Very fancy. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Hi. Hi, guys.
We were a little spoiled today because we had your co-star, Troyan, here.
Were some of you guys here for Troyan, too? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
It's
cool.
Pretty Little Liars Day
I know. I
here.
thought we were going to cross paths, but didn't. Yeah.
Just missed her. But I know you guys have been in New York together on your final press tour. How does it feel to kind of
I
say
was
goodbye?
just telling you backstage that I think this is our last week of press where all of us will be together. So it was, I actually realized that last night after Upfronts, and I got a little sad. You know, because we finished filming in October, and that was very emotional, lots of tears. And then we had a couple months off, and we all sort of went and did different projects, and then we came back together this week. But now it's like, it's almost done. It's wild. It's so strange.
I know we were saying how I feel like 7 years has flown by. I feel like I just heard about this cool new show called Pretty Little Liars, and now here we are at the last final 9 episodes.
Here we are, final 9.
How does it feel? Is it a little bittersweet to say goodbye to your character?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Aria, I grew up on the show. I was 20 when I started. I'll be 28 by the time the finale airs. So, 8 years of my life. It's just like it's very scary to leave something that's so familiar and comfortable, and but definitely exciting. I think that we're ending at the perfect time. These are usually in the nature of our show. We end not really giving you guys any answers, but this finally feels like a period at the end of a sentence. You get everything that you've been wondering about for all these seasons and years, and it'll be nice to not have to have any secrets anymore.
I know. I was talking to Troyan about keeping all the secrets and holding it in. It must be torture for you.
And she knew everything. I think for a very long time, I didn't. So it was just easy for me to act naive about it because I was, and they just didn't tell me. But I think she knew about everything much longer than the rest of the girls.
Yeah, she was saying that Marlene sat her down and gave her a little story time.
I think she sat Marlene down and was like, "You tell me." Troyan's obviously very smart. She knows how to get her way. I bet that's what she did.
So when you finally learned how the series is ending, what was your reaction?
I thought I was going to find out at the table read because they didn't give us the script beforehand because everyone's very nervous. They don't want it sent electronically. So they're like, you will have a hard copy when you get to the table read. But I actually heard Drew Van Acker, who plays Jason, he knew. And I'm like, why does he know and I don't know? I heard him talking about it. I was like, that's just a rumor. It can't be true. But then I was thinking, wait, that's actually brilliant. This is so great. This is so smart. I hope it's that person. And it turned out to be right. So it's good. I thought I was going to be maybe a little disappointed, but it is good. I think you guys are really going to be happy.
So everyone's going to be happy. I wish I could just say, who is A? Just tell us.
You guys, I wish we could just talk about it and we could, chat, but soon. I mean, it's only a couple of months away. Yeah, 9 episodes, so a couple months away.
I know I saw today there was a new theory about maybe Paige being A because somebody passed something to Jenna and she had a similar haircut to Paige. The theories are just everywhere. I
mean, it's so funny because I just want to tell you guys, but it's good. I haven't heard the Paige one. Yeah. I mean, I've heard every other theory there is, but not that one.
Probably heard Emily, though, a lot.
That would hurt Emily. Poor Emily. Poor Em.
So, what's going on with Emily? Allison's pregnant, and then there's another theory that maybe she was impregnated with Emily's eggs that were frozen.
I've heard that. See, this is why I love the fans of the show. Nothing gets past them. They just literally, I think you guys keep notebooks and diagrams of just... We had to do that the other day. We had to do a diagram of all the hookups and murders in the show. Ooh. We couldn't do it.
That's hard.
I don't know how they came up with it because I didn't even remember some of the characters. I was like, they were like, no, you kissed him. And I was like, I've never seen this person in my life. But it was true. And I was like, oh, because we've done 160 episodes. So it's just things get kind of blurry. What was I talking about before? How did I go off on that tangent?
No, just all the fan theories.
The theories about Emerson. Yeah, I mean, I just love that they take notice of everything, and the writers are very smart, and they know that. And there've been a lot of loose ends in the series, and I think we sort of answer all those questions in the 9 episodes. Hopefully all of them. Maybe not all of them. Like, there's that lingering question of how the moms got out of the basement in that episode. Yes. We'll never know. That's a spin-off on its own. Yeah.
What for you has been like over the past 7 years, the craziest moment on the show that you were just like, how are they putting this in the show? It doesn't make sense. This is so bizarre. I know Troyanne said the dollhouse was one of those like.
The dollhouse was cool, but also the Charlotte storyline of her being transgender. I think that, I mean, I loved that storyline. I thought it was very well thought out. And Marlene actually had that planned from like season 1. And a lot of people thought we just put that in the show to be current because it was like in the media a lot. And it wasn't that at all. We just thought it was an interesting twist. So I thought that was really interesting. And like, this sounds cliche, but the very ending is just my favorite of all. So A is a lot closer than we think, you guys.
Ooh,
it's nuts.
The teasing is just ridiculous.
I know.
Can we talk about the board game, too, that just happened to show up last episode?
I mean, the coolest board game ever, by the way. They wouldn't let us touch it on set because it was so expensive. The little figurines were like $300 each. I was like, what? Go get us like better crafty. Like, why are you spending money on this board game? But it looks amazing, and it plays a big part. Oh my God, and I love our crafty. I hope they don't see this and think that I didn't love our crafty. I love our crafty. Just joking. But the board game plays a big part in the last 9 episodes. Obviously, all the girls will get a turn, puts them in very uncomfortable situations, life or death situations. And Arya, it really pits her against the girls. For the first time, it's little Arya against the rest of them. So things get weird.
It's like Jumanji or something. It's crazy.
I mean, that's what we were going for. Aren't they making a remake of Jumanji?
They are.
That's sick. Yeah. I love that movie.
I mean, there's remakes and sequels and everything.
I can't wait till they remake PLL.
I know.
Or a spin-off.
Maybe it could be. But Troyanne was saying that there was some closure. So
there is closure. So you'll feel satisfied, but there's always a way that you could twist anything to be something.
10 years down the line, we want to know what's up with the girls,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Did you take your figurine from the board game and keep it, or anything from the set?
I didn't, because something happens with my figurine, and you'll see. I think it's like episode 5 or 6, or maybe 7 or 3. I don't know. I can't remember, but it happens. Yeah, it was so funny. Before this week, we had to get reminded of what we shot in the season, because we've all done different things since, and it's been kind of out of mind. So it's fun to get to relive everything that we've shot. And Arya gets to do some real cool stuff this season.
Yeah, what's going on with Arya's storyline? I know everything's a spoiler. Everything leads to something, so I don't want to give anybody. I know nobody wants some spoilers in this front row, but
no. Do you guys accidentally read spoilers sometimes and just get furious? Yeah. Someone almost ruined Big Little Lies for me the other day, and I was like, please don't.
It's hard, and you have to watch the show because someone's going to spoil it for you, especially with binge watching. Like, if you don't watch
social media, everyone's just talking about it.
Yeah.
With Arya, so this was the first time in the course of the show where I went to Marlene and went to the writers, and I was like, please, can Arya just do something really cool and different for the last 10 episodes? And they gave me my way, and I was really surprised. And Arya gets, not only was it stuff I had never done in the show, but I got to do things I've never done in acting, period. And you'll see what I'm talking about later when you see it. But like, I had posted a picture. I don't know if you guys have seen. I had like dots all over my face in front of a green screen. So just remember that. It was very fun. It was challenging. I felt really challenged, and it's a different side of Arya. You get to see her, the dark side of her. She does some crazy stuff. But like I said, it puts everything at stake. It puts her friendships, her relationships at stake. And, there are times where you're like, whose side is she on? But it was very fun to play.
That's awesome. And, like, what's going on with Ezra and Arya? Are you guys fans of Ezra and Arya together?
Ezra fans.
Yeah.
I feel like the Ezra fans are constantly frustrated with them. We are too. But it's, it's been such a roller coaster of a romance. But I want to say there's a happy ending. So, you know, this whole season in general is just very romantic. You get to see all of the couples together, and there's a wedding. Are there 2 weddings?
Ooh.
Yes. There's one main wedding. I don't know if I was supposed to say there are 2 weddings, but whatever. We'll just let that slide. Pregnancy.
My wedding.
Kids. Yeah. So it's very, you know, the girls are growing up.
Yeah, what was it like for you to be on a show where the fans have been so devoted to you guys and have followed the series for 7 years? It's probably very special to be on Twitter and see the reactions.
I mean, you guys are ridiculous, like in an amazing way. I think that obviously the show is very special, but the reason that, you know, we're on a 7-season poster, and the reason that I get to do all these things and the girls we get to do all these things is because of you guys. You guys have kept this show alive, even when it got frustrating and confusing and didn't make sense, and you guys just really stuck by it, and we're so grateful. I'm so grateful for you guys, and we love you, and you guys are so supportive of everything else we're doing too, so eternally grateful.
Yeah,
thank you.
That's great. And was it hard to say, you know, I know you guys are friends, so you're not saying goodbye to the girls.
Right.
But was it weird that last few days on set, I know you guys got tattoos and things like that, to say goodbye to your characters as a group?
Yeah, it was weird. It was, you know, we all sort of have our different friendships, and we keep in touch in different ways, but it was sad because we knew it was the end of something. Like, it will never be like that again. And so that was, yeah, I mean, at the time, it was really hard to say goodbye to it. And it's been a slow, gradual saying goodbye to PLL. And we still have 9 more episodes. And, you know, it's still sinking in. But it's the right time. We had such a long run. Like, if the show were to have continued, it wouldn't have ended in the right way. This is the right moment. And I just hope you guys agree.
I mean, it's great to go out on top, too. When a show just decides, you know, it's time.
It's time.
And you still have your fan base. That's all that matters.
It's great. Yeah.
So what's next for you? I know you, did you just finish shooting a pilot for CW?
I did. Yeah, I did a CW pilot. Oh, thanks.
Awesome.
It was so fun. It was so fun. I mean, I can't talk too much about it because we haven't gotten the official pickup, but she's so different from Aria, so it was, you know, that's why I got my hair cut a little shorter. I was like, I'm going to do something different. I mean, I'm always changing my hair, but it was, you know, the show is, it's more of a dramedy, so tonally much different from things I've done before, and the cast is amazing. I had forgotten what it's like to like be in every scene of something, so it was a challenge, but very fun, and people always ask, like, you jumped into TV really quick, but I love being on TV. I love, like, living with a character, and, like, I fell in love with playing Arya, and so I would be so lucky to be able to do that again.
Yeah, I was going to say, you really dove right back into television. What is it about television, especially nowadays? There's such amazing shows and amazing scripts, and
TV is just so good right now. But I think if you find that right script and that right character, you know, selfishly, I just want to keep doing that. I want to keep learning more about who this person is and what they're going to do, and I think we found that. But like I said, I don't want to like jinx anything, so we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
We have our
fingers crossed.
Yeah. And you were in a movie. You just wrapped a movie too.
I start that in June.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about that one?
Yeah, it's a Blumhouse Productions film. It's called Truth or Dare. And it's sort of like, it's got like a Final Destination vibe. It's about this group of friends who kind of get this curse placed on them. It Follows meets Final Destination. And like, I love that genre of like horror, psychological thriller stuff. So I kind of get to play the hero in that movie. So we start that in June. And it's my first lead in like a feature, so that's exciting. I've done like indie stuff before, but yeah, it's just really cool. I'm just grateful to get to have a bunch of different opportunities in different areas.
How do you go about kind of choosing what projects you want to do? Is it something that you read in the script, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. It's very easy when you're on popular TV show to get typecast. So, you know, I read a bunch of stuff of where people think I would be perfect to play. But I'm trying to do something where I don't want to be like a one-trick pony and do the same thing all the time. But usually, yeah, like what gets me is I mean, obviously it's all about the character. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, but I'm just trying to keep an open mind and try different things and hopefully even surprise myself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Before I go to audience Q&A, I want to talk to you about your music. Mm-hmm. If there's anything in the future. Did you guys listen to Lucy's music last year? It was great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I get asked about that all the time. Thanks. I get asked about it all the time. Right now, it's because I did the music when I was doing the show, and it was just like, it was so busy, but I think music will always be a part of my life. I think I'll definitely make another album at some point. And we had kind of started, and then acting kind of like picked up again, and so I'm kind of just going with the flow. But I'm doing this animated movie where I get to sing. She plays a singer, so there'll be some music in that. And you know, who knows? Yeah. I never know what's going on, but music is so important and special to me.
I'm sure whatever you do next, you'll be great at. Let's toss it to the audience for some questions.
Hi.
Here. Oh. I'm like, where is that coming from?
Look in the front. You're like,
hi. I like that jacket. Did Aria wear that jacket? Is that the Hollister? Or cute.
I had to dig it out. I knew I had to wear it.
Yes, you're rocking it. I like it.
Thank you. My question is, I know a lot of fans had theories about Aria being A, like crazy ones. Did you ever want to play the villain, or did you want her to be like, in the end, having a happy ending and having...
Oh, hell yeah. All of us wanted to be A. We pitched, all of us went separately to pitch that idea. And, I mean, you'll see what happens. But, yeah, I got a lot of... from the beginning, everyone thought it was A. And I think... everyone thought Aria was A, and I think it's because Aria starts with an A. Yeah. She was kind of always like not there, or not around, so I can see how people would think that. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely. Who wouldn't want to play the villain? Like that's the most fun.
Thank you. I wanted to say thank you for inspiring so many people like you.
Oh, you're an angel. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you.
Good question. Who's next?
Hi.
Hi.
So my question is. First, what was the creepiest moment that you had with what A did to you? And also, will the killers of Sarah Harvey, Charlotte, and Jessica be revealed?
Oh, this is when I needed to remind myself of what we've shot. Well, okay, so creepiest moment, probably when Ari was like locked in a box with Garrett, the cop, and she was on the train. But it was creepy because I actually had to be in a box. It's not fun. It's not great. And then the killers of Jessica, Sarah Harvey, and Charlotte. I believe yes. I believe, because those are really important questions. I really doubt, because a part of it, Aria might not have been in those scenes, so sometimes that gets a little blurry. But yes, I want to say Marlene would not have done that to you guys. So, yeah.
You will get the answers. And for all the answers you have to watch, I think it's Tuesdays, right, at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
The final 9 episodes of Pretty Little Liars. Thank you so much, Lucy, for being here.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.